The great hall of the Galactic Council was quiet. Too quiet. Jack Brown, Earth's lead diplomat, watched the alien faces around him. None of them would meet his eyes. After 5 years of working together, something felt very wrong today. The council room looked like a giant space theater. Thousands of different alien species sat in rows that went up so high they almost touched the glass ceiling. 3 bright suns hung above, making the whole room shine like gold. "All rise for the council head," a voice boomed through the room. The council head walked in. He was tall, with gray skin that looked like metal, and 4 glowing eyes. Everyone stood up. Jack noticed how all the seats near the human team were empty today. Usually, their friends from other planets sat close by, but not today. "We call this emergency meeting to order," the council head said. His voice was cold. "Today we discuss the human problem." Jack's heart beat faster. No one had told the human team about this meeting's topic. That was against the rules. He looked at his team member Bill, who was already writing everything down. "For 10 years, we have watched the humans," the council head continued. "They take our technology and change it without asking. They mix different machines that should not be mixed. They move too fast. They change too much." Many aliens nodded their heads. Some made angry noises. Jack stood up. "We have broken no laws. We made things better. Our changes helped everyone." "Better." A purple alien with 6 arms stood up. "You made our space engines 40% faster in just 2 years. That's not normal. It's dangerous." Dangerous. Jack couldn't believe what he was hearing. "We made space travel cheaper. Now more people can travel between stars. That's the problem." Someone shouted from high up in the room. "You humans change everything too quickly. The galaxy needs things to stay the same." The council head raised his hand for quiet. "We have made our decision. We will vote now. Should humans be removed from the Galactic Council? Should they be forced to leave all council space and return to their solar system?" "Wait," Jack shouted. "We have a right to defend ourselves. This isn't fair." But no one listened. One by one, the aliens voted. Even planets that Jack thought were Earth's friends voted against them. The huge screen in front showed the results. 82% wanted humans gone. "You have 30 days, the council head said. "All humans must leave council space and return to Earth. After that, any human found outside your solar system will be arrested." Jack stood tall. His voice was steady even though he was angry. "You're making a big mistake. We helped make better medicine. We made faster ships. We made space travel safer. That's why you must go," the council head said. "You don't know your place. The galaxy needs to move slowly. Humans move too fast. You do things we can't predict." Jack picked up his papers slowly. Before walking out, he turned to face everyone one last time. "Remember today," he said quietly. "Remember that you chose to be afraid of change. Because humans will never forget this day." As Jack and his team walked out, the aliens started whispering. Some looked happy. Others looked worried. None of them knew that they had just made the biggest mistake in the history of the galaxy. In the hallway, Bill turned to Jack. "What do we do now?" "Now." Jack's eyes were hard like steel. "Now we go home. We have 30 days. But they forgot something important about humans." "What's that?" "When someone tells us we can't do something, it only makes us try harder." Jack smiled, but it wasn't a happy smile. "They think they've seen us at our best. They haven't seen anything yet." As their ship left the council station, Jack looked back at the massive building floating in space. The aliens thought they were solving a problem. Instead, they had just challenged humanity to show what they could really do. And humans never backed down from a challenge. 5 years had passed since that dark day in the Galactic Council. Earth had changed. The planet that once had many countries fighting each other was now united. Everyone knew they needed to work together to survive. In an underground base, deep beneath the Rocky Mountains, Admiral Mark Wright stood before a massive window. He watched thousands of workers building something that would change everything. They were making the biggest spaceship ever built by humans. "Admiral, the test results are ready," said Dr. Anna White, walking up to him with a tablet in her hand. She was Earth's best scientist, the one who had found a way to make ships go faster than anyone thought possible. "Show me," Mark said, his gray eyes focused on the numbers on the screen. A smile spread across his face. "They said we couldn't build better ships without their help. Look at us now." The ship they were building wasn't just big. It was special. They called it the Phoenix, named after the magical bird that rises from its own ashes, just like humanity was going to rise again. "Sir," a young officer ran into the room. "We just got news from the outer solar system. The alien pirates are back. They're attacking our mining ships near Jupiter." Mark's face hardened. Since Earth was kicked out of the Council, pirates had been testing their borders, thinking humans were weak now. They were wrong. "How many ships this time?" he asked. "3 big ones, sir. They're demanding our miners surrender." Mark looked at Anna. She nodded. They both knew it was time. "Launch the Phoenix," Mark ordered. "It's ready enough for this." Alarms started ringing throughout the base. Hundreds of crew members ran to their positions. The massive underground doors began to open above the Phoenix. The ship was beautiful. It was 5 miles long and shaped like an arrow. Its black metal surface seemed to eat light, but the most amazing thing about it was hidden inside. Mark walked onto the bridge of the Phoenix. Everything was new, clean, and built with Earth's best technology. No alien designs, all human-made. "Engine room reports ready," said his second-in-command, Tom Reed. "All systems are green." "Take us up," Mark ordered. The Phoenix rose from its underground home. Its engines were almost silent, something the aliens had said was impossible. As it cleared Earth's atmosphere, Mark thought about everything that had happened in the last 5 years. Earth had changed in ways no one expected. Old enemies became friends. Scientists shared their secrets. Everyone worked together because they had to. The aliens thought kicking humans out would make them weak. Instead, it made them stronger. "Sir, we're approaching Jupiter," Tom reported. "Pirates are in view." On the big screen, they could see 3 ugly-looking pirate ships. They were firing at the small mining ships, trying to steal their resources. "Open a channel," Mark ordered. "Channel open, sir." "Attention pirate vessels. This is Admiral Wright of the Earth Defense Ship Phoenix. Leave our space now, or we will make you leave." Rough laughter came through the speakers. "One ship." A harsh voice said, "We have 3. And your council friends aren't here to help you anymore." Mark smiled. "We don't need their help." He turned to his crew. "Show them what humans can do when we work together." The Phoenix moved forward. Its new weapons powered up. Weapons that worked in ways the aliens had never seen. The pirates fired first, but their shots hit the Phoenix's shields and disappeared. "Target their engines," Mark ordered. "Let's show them what 5 years of human innovation looks like." The Phoenix's weapons fired. Beams of light that seemed to bend space itself shot out. In 10 seconds, all 3 pirate ships were floating dead in space, their engines destroyed. The pirate leader's voice came back, shaking now. What are you?" "We're humans," Mark answered, "and we're just getting started. Spread the word. Earth isn't weak. We're stronger than ever." As the pirates retreated, Mark looked at his crew. Everyone was smiling. This was just the beginning. The galaxy had tried to stop human progress. They were about to learn that nothing could stop humanity when they worked together. News travels fast in space, even when people try to keep it secret. 1 month after the Phoenix defeated the pirates, every criminal gang in the galaxy was talking about the strange new human ship. In a busy space bar on the edge of Council space, an alien pirate captain named Red Eye was telling his story. His 3 eyes were wide with fear as he spoke to the crowd. Their weapons bent space itself, he said, his hand shaking as he lifted his drink. Our shields didn't work. Our engines just stopped. No one told us the humans had gotten so strong. At a dark table in the corner, a council spy listened carefully. His hidden recorder caught every word. This was the 10th story he had heard about the mysterious human ship. Each story was more frightening than the last. Back on the Phoenix, Admiral Mark Wright was reading reports when the alarm sounded. "Sir," Tom Reed rushed onto the bridge. "We're picking up a distress signal. It's from the Green Traders." Mark sat up straight. The Green Traders were aliens who had secretly stayed friends with Earth after the expulsion. They carried food and medicine to poor planets that the Council ignored. "What's wrong?" Mark asked. "They're under attack. The Star Raiders are hitting their supply ships. 20 Raider ships, sir." The Star Raiders were the biggest criminal gang in this part of space. Everyone knew they worked for some powerful council members, but no one could prove it. "How far?" Mark asked. 2 hours at normal speed," Tom answered. "But sir, this might be a trap. The Raiders might be testing us." Mark smiled. "Good. Let's give them a test of our own. Sound battle stations, and call Dr. White to the bridge." Anna White arrived as the Phoenix was preparing to jump through space. "You wanted to see me, Admiral." "Yes. It's time to show them the Phoenix's secret. Are the systems ready?" Anna smiled. "They've been ready for weeks. The Raiders won't know what hit them." The Phoenix jumped through space, using its new engines that the aliens thought were impossible. In just 30 minutes, they reached the battle. The scene was ugly. 20 Black Raider ships were shooting at 5 smaller trading ships. The traders' shields were failing. "Open all channels," Mark ordered. "Let everyone hear this." "Channels open, sir." "This is Admiral Wright of the Earth Defense Ship Phoenix. Stop your attack now," a rough voice answered. "Earth? You're not allowed in Council space. Leave now, or we'll destroy you too." "We're not in Council space," Mark said calmly. "And those traders are under our protection. This is your last warning." Laughter came through the speakers. "1 ship against 20. Are all humans this stupid?" Mark nodded to Anna. "Show them why they should have been nice to us." Anna pressed a series of buttons. The Phoenix started to change. What looked like one big ship suddenly split into 5 separate ships, each one as powerful as the original. The Raiders stopped laughing. "Impossible," someone screamed over the radio. "Ships can't do that." "Human ships can," Mark said from the lead ship. "Fire." All 5 Phoenix ships attacked at once. Their new weapons cut through space. Some Raiders tried to run. Others tried to fight. None of them stood a chance. In 5 minutes, it was over. 15 Raider ships floated dead in space. 5 had managed to escape, their engines damaged. The Green Traders were safe. Their captain's voice came through, full of wonder. "We knew humans were clever, but this is amazing." "Get your ships to safety," Mark told them. "We'll make sure no one follows you." As the traders left, Mark looked at his crew. "Send a message to Earth. Tell them Phase 1 is complete." "What's Phase 1, sir?" a young officer asked. "Letting the galaxy know we're not weak anymore," Mark answered. "The Council thought they could stop human progress. Instead, they forced us to become stronger than ever." He looked at the stars through his window. "And this is just the beginning. Soon, everyone will know what humanity can really do." The 5 Phoenix ships joined back together, becoming one again. As they headed home, Mark knew that tomorrow, everyone in the galaxy would be talking about what happened here. The Council would learn that trying to cage humanity had been their biggest mistake. 2 weeks after the battle with the Star Raiders, Admiral Mark Wright sat in a dark meeting room on Earth. The screens around him showed terrible news. "They're attacking the Blue World," said Earth's president. "The Council is just watching it happen." The Blue World was one of Earth's closest alien friends. They had helped humans even after the Council kicked Earth out. Now the Empire, the strongest military force in the Council, was attacking them. How bad? Mark asked. 200 Empire ships, the President said. The Blue World has only 20 ships for defense. They're asking for our help. Everyone in the room was quiet. This wasn't like fighting pirates. The Empire was the Council's strongest member. Fighting them could start a war. Why is the Council allowing this? Anna White asked. She had come to the meeting straight from working on the Phoenix. Because they're cowards, Mark said. The Empire gives them money and ships. They won't stop them. If we help, said Tom Reed, we'll be breaking Council law. They'll say we're the bad guys. Mark stood up and walked to the window. He could see the Phoenix floating in space above Earth. When has following their laws ever helped us? They kicked us out because they were afraid we'd get too strong. Now we'll show them why they were right to be afraid. The Phoenix is just one ship, someone said. Even when it splits into 5, that's still not enough against 200 Empire ships. Mark smiled. Dr. White, tell them what you did to the Phoenix last week. Anna stood up. We made the Phoenix stronger. Now each of the 5 ships can split into 3 more ships. That's 15 ships total. And we added some new surprises. 15 against 200 is still bad math, Tom said. When has math ever stopped humans? Mark asked. President, I request permission to help the Blue World. The President looked around the room. Everyone nodded. Permission granted, she said. Show the galaxy what happens when they hurt our friends. An hour later, the Phoenix was racing through space. The crew was ready for their biggest fight ever. Report, Mark ordered as they got close to the Blue World. Empire ships are bombing the planet's shields, Tom said. The Blue World's ships are almost destroyed. Their shields will fail in 20 minutes. Open a channel to the Empire fleet. The main screen showed an Empire commander. He looked like a tall gray statue with red eyes. This is Admiral Wright of Earth, Mark said. Stop your attack now. The Empire commander laughed. Humans? You're not allowed here. Leave before we destroy you too. We're here to help our friends, Mark said. Last warning. Leave or face the consequences. 1 ship against my fleet. The commander smiled. Destroy them. 50 Empire ships turned to attack the Phoenix. Their weapons fired. Now, Mark ordered. The Phoenix split into 5 ships. Each of those ships split into 3 more. 15 human ships faced the Empire fleet. Impossible, the Empire commander shouted. That's not the impossible part, Mark said. This is. All ships, show them our new trick. Anna pressed a button. Around each human ship, space itself seemed to bend. The Empire's weapons fire disappeared into nowhere. Attack pattern Delta, Mark ordered. Protecting the Blue World is our priority. The 15 Phoenix ships moved like dancers in space. Their new weapons cut through Empire shields like they weren't there. Ship after ship went dark. The Empire commander's voice shook. What are you? We're what happens when you push humans too far, Mark answered. We're what happens when you threaten our friends. Fall back now, or we'll destroy your entire fleet. The Empire ships started retreating. On the Blue World below, people came out of their homes to watch the battle in the sky. They saw something no one had seen before, the mighty Empire running away. As the Empire fleet ran, Mark sent a message to all ships in the area. Let everyone know. Earth protects its friends, and we're just getting started. The Council would get the message soon. Their perfect, controlled galaxy was about to change forever. The Galactic Council called an emergency meeting 3 days after the Battle of Blue World. This time, the Great Hall wasn't quiet. Everyone was shouting. The humans must be stopped, yelled the Empire commander, his red eyes glowing with anger. They destroyed 50 of our best ships. You attacked an innocent world, someone shouted back. The humans were protecting them. In the middle of this chaos, a small alien with green skin stood up. "I have proof," he said, "that the Empire attacked the Blue World because some council leaders paid them to do it." The room went silent. The small alien was from the Truth Seekers, a group known for finding hidden secrets. He pressed a button, and recordings filled the air. They showed council leaders making deals with the Empire, planning attacks on smaller worlds. "This is what the humans saw," the Truth Seeker said. "This is why they helped their friends. While we watched innocent people get hurt, they did something about it." Suddenly, all the screens in the council hall turned on by themselves. Admiral Mark Wright's face appeared on them all. "Hello, Council," he said calmly. "Sorry to interrupt, but it's time we talked." "How dare you?" the council head shouted. "This is a private meeting." "Not anymore," Mark said. "Dr. White, show them." The screens changed to show hundreds of small devices floating in space around the council station. They were broadcasting everything happening in the hall to every planet in the galaxy. "Everyone can see this meeting now," Mark said. "Everyone can see the truth." He looked straight at the council head. "You kicked us out because you were afraid we'd change things. You were right. We are changing things. We're stopping bullies like you from hurting smaller worlds." "You have no right," the Empire commander started. "We have every right." Mark cut him off. "You attack innocent worlds. You take their resources. You think being bigger means you can do whatever you want. That stops now." New images appeared on the screens. They showed 15 Phoenix ships appearing around the council station. The council head stood up, shaking. "You wouldn't dare attack us." "We don't need to attack," Mark said. "We just need everyone to see the truth. Right now, 100 smaller worlds are watching this. They're seeing how you really work. And they're deciding if they want to join a new alliance, one that protects its members instead of bullying them." The Truth Seeker stood up again. "The humans call it the Free Worlds Alliance. Many of us have already joined. We choose humanity's protection over the Council's corruption." Angry shouts filled the hall again. But this time, many voices supported the humans. "Look at what they built in just 5 years." Someone shouted, "Imagine what we could learn from them. They protect the weak." Another voice called, "When did the council last do that?" Mark's voice cut through the noise. "The choice is yours, Council. Keep fighting us, and we'll keep showing everyone what you really are. Or accept that the galaxy is changing. We're not the enemy. We just want everyone to have a fair chance." The Phoenix ships around the station powered up their engines. They glowed like stars. "Those ships," the Empire commander said, "they're not normal ships." "What are they?" "They're human ships," Mark answered. "Built by human hands, designed by human minds. And there are more coming. Earth's shipyards are building 100 more." Gasps filled the hall. Even 15 Phoenix ships had changed the balance of power. The 100 would change everything. "Think about your choices," Mark said. "The Free Worlds Alliance welcomes anyone who wants real peace, real progress, real protection." The screens went dark. The Phoenix ships disappeared like they were never there. In the council hall, the shouting started again. But now it was different. Now more voices were asking why they had ever feared humans in the first place. The Truth Seeker smiled. The galaxy was changing, and humanity had started it all by simply refusing to be bullied. 1 month after the council meeting, Earth was busier than ever. Ships from 100 different worlds filled the skies above every spaceport. They all came for the same reason: to join the Free Worlds Alliance. Admiral Mark Wright stood in his office, watching the alien ships land. Each one carried leaders who had chosen to stand with Earth instead of the Council. "Sir," Tom Reed walked in with a tablet. "You need to see this." The tablet showed numbers that made Mark smile. 50 worlds had officially left the Council. Another 30 were planning to leave soon. The Council's power was breaking apart. "How are the new Phoenix ships coming along?" Mark asked. "Better than we hoped," Tom said. "Dr. White found a way to make them even stronger." The Council is scared. Their spies keep trying to steal our designs. Let them try, Mark laughed. They still don't understand. It's not about the technology. It's about working together, about helping each other get better. The door opened again. Anna White rushed in, looking excited. Admiral, the Blue World scientists just showed me something amazing. They combined our engine design with their crystal technology. The new engines are twice as fast. That's what the Council feared, Mark said. Not just that we would get stronger, but that we'd help everyone else get stronger too. A young officer ran into the room. Sir, emergency message from the Empire border. Mark's smile disappeared. What's wrong? The Empire. The officer caught his breath. The Empire is attacking their own people. 3 worlds tried to join our alliance. The Empire sent ships to punish them. Mark's face hardened. How many ships? 500, sir. The biggest fleet they've ever sent. Mark looked at Tom and Anna. They both nodded. They knew what had to happen. Launch all available Phoenix ships, Mark ordered. Send a message to all Alliance members. Any ships that can fight should join us. It's time to show the Empire that the galaxy has changed. 2 hours later, Mark stood on the bridge of his Phoenix ship. Around him, 40 Phoenix ships moved into position. Each one could split into 15 smaller ships. But they weren't alone. Ships from 30 different Alliance worlds had joined them. Small, fast ships from the Green Traders. Powerful battle cruisers from the Blue World. Strange crystal ships that seemed to fade in and out of space. Everyone had brought their best to help. Empire fleet in view, Tom reported. They're threatening to destroy the rebel worlds if they don't surrender in 1 hour. Open a channel to all ships, Mark ordered. Everyone needs to hear this. He stood in the middle of his bridge. His voice carried to every ship in both fleets. This is Admiral Wright of the Free Worlds Alliance. To the Empire ships, you have a choice. Leave now or face all of us. To the rebel worlds, help is here. You're not alone anymore. The Empire commander's face appeared on the screen. You're making a mistake, human. This is not your fight. That's where you're wrong, Mark said. This is everyone's fight. Every world that wants to be free. Every person who's tired of being bullied. We stand together now. He turned to his crew. All Phoenix ships, split and deploy. Alliance ships, take your positions. Today we show the galaxy what happens when free people work together. The space around Mark's ship exploded with activity. 40 Phoenix ships became 600 ships. Alliance ships moved between them, forming a battle line longer than anyone had ever seen. The Empire commander's face went pale. This is impossible. No, Mark said. This is what happens when you unite people instead of trying to control them. This is what happens when you help others instead of hurting them. He looked at his crew. Everyone was ready. All ships, he ordered, protect those worlds. Show them what the Alliance can do. The battle that followed would be remembered forever. Not just because of who won, but because it showed everyone that the galaxy had changed. The age of bullies and tyrants was ending. A new age was beginning. And humanity had helped start it all. The battle against the Empire's fleet lasted just 2 hours. When it was over, the galaxy would never be the same. Admiral Mark Wright stood on the bridge of his Phoenix ship, looking at the results on his screen. 300 Empire ships had surrendered. The rest had run away. Not a single rebel world had been harmed. Message from Earth, sir, Tom said. The Council is asking for a meeting. They want to talk peace. Mark smiled. Of course they do. They just watched their strongest member lose to our alliance. The Council chamber looked very different now. Where once it had been full, now half the seats were empty. Those worlds had joined the alliance instead. Mark walked in with his head high. This time, no one avoided looking at him. This time, they all watched with respect and a little fear. The Council recognizes Admiral Wright of the Free Worlds Alliance. the council head said. His voice wasn't proud anymore. Now it shook a little. "Thank you," Mark said. "But I'm not here alone." Behind him, leaders from 50 worlds walked in. The Blue World President, Green Trader Captains, even some former Empire worlds. All of them now part of the Alliance. "We're here to set new rules," Mark said. "Rules that protect everyone, not just the powerful. You can't change everything." Someone shouted, "The galaxy needs order." "No," Mark replied. "The galaxy needs freedom. Freedom to grow. Freedom to improve. Freedom to help each other." He pressed a button. Above them, images appeared of Alliance worlds working together. Blue world scientists teaching others about crystal technology. Earth engineers helping small worlds build better ships. Green traders carrying food and medicine to poor planets. "This is what you feared," Mark said. "Not just that humans would get stronger, but that we'd help everyone get stronger. That we'd show them they didn't need to follow your rules to succeed." The council head stood up. "What do you want from us?" "3 things," Mark answered. "First, all worlds are free to join any alliance they choose. Second, no more attacking smaller worlds. Third, share technology and help each other grow." "Or what?" asked an Empire leader. Mark smiled. "Look outside." Everyone turned to the huge windows. Outside, in space, 600 Phoenix ships floated in formation. Behind them were 2,000 ships from other Alliance worlds. "We don't want to fight," Mark said. "We want to build, to explore, to make things better. Join us in that, and everyone wins. Fight us." He let the sight of the fleet finish his sentence. The council voted quickly after that. Every demand was approved. Later, on the Phoenix's bridge, Mark got a message from Earth's president. "Congratulations, Admiral," she said. "How does it feel to change the galaxy?" Mark looked at his crew. At Tom, who had stood with him from the start. At Anna, whose brilliant mind had helped build their future. At all the humans and aliens working together on his ship. "We didn't change the galaxy, Madam President," he said. "We just showed everyone they could change it themselves." He walked to the window, watching ships from 100 worlds flying past. Some were heading to Earth to learn. Others were going to help smaller worlds. All of them were free. 5 years ago, they kicked us out because they were afraid we'd change things too fast, Mark said. They were right to be afraid. But not of our ships or our technology. "What should they have feared?" the president asked. "Our way of thinking. Humans don't accept limits. We don't stop trying to make things better. And now we've taught that idea to the whole galaxy." As the Phoenix headed home to Earth, Mark thought about everything that had happened. The Council had tried to cage humanity. Instead, they had forced humans to show everyone the power of working together. The galaxy was changing. And thanks to humanity's spirit, it was changing for the better. This wasn't the end. It was just the beginning of a new age. An age where every world, every species, had the chance to reach for the stars. And they would reach those stars together.